more than money. Patronage is much deeper than a monetary system of giving material goods to the poor, or simply employment contracts. The patron is like a fictive parent, giving advice, resources, and direction, and will then take responsibility for the clients, who are fictive children. In the ancient world, where the majority were low class in subsistence living, this was how people survived. The first century Roman philosopher Seneca actually wrote a book about patronage. Seneca says, "The practice of patronage constitutes the chief bond of human society. Take us singly, that is individually, and what are we? We're the prey or the victim of all creatures. How else would we live in security? Salvation is informal relationships of obligation and reciprocity." The patronage system today permeates most traditional societies, whether it's the political system, religious networks, large extended families within village relationships. And a good patronage system is a healthy network of relationships between those with resources and those with needing support. In her book, Wealth and Piety, Middle Eastern Perspectives for Expat Workers, Karen Shaw uses the term righteous rich for those who use their wealth to support the needy. More on this later. Now, let's look at the need for connections. Clients, because of their constant needs and fears of unknown crises like sickness, disasters, unemployment, violence, costly weddings and funerals which are expected of them, they need to find access to the better world, to a good patron. And so they look for connections, someone who can introduce them to someone and so on up the line. The client looks for a go-between or a broker who is able to provide access. So in patronage, the issue is very clear. Who do you know? Now, this type of relationship may feel problematic for those embedded in individualism. Individualism advocates for merit, what you know and what you can do. The person estimates personal worth in great part on the basis of visible personal achievement. And of course, in today's world, we have the advantages of modern medicine and psychological sciences to help us grow and develop on our own. But for those in traditional or communal settings where there still can be acute economic disparity, these connections between patrons and clients are essential and profound. They are mutual, each to the other, patron to the client and client to the patron. They become obligatory, not a contract, but each inherently understands how they should respond to the other, and they are committed to maintaining their part of the relationship. And then they're also asymmetrical, which means they're not equal. So let's look at this next activity, the patron or the client.